what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to American culture you need to know. Now, if I was to say like American sort of cultural things, I'd sort of picture like sitting around a campsite, you know, putting your marshmallows in a campfire, like s'mores and all that sort of stuff. That's what I feel like. I mean, that's not really culture, but that's like sort of things that I feel like you can sort of associate with the US. I don't know, that's just sort of what I think. That's like what comes to my mind right now. But what sort of things you're going to? I guess it could be food, it could be like, I don't know, certain events, celebrations, all this sort of stuff. We're going to see what she says, hopefully going to enjoy, and let's jump into this reaction.
With Do you know these very American things? Let's talk about it.
Here we go.
Do 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 do.
What's going on?
Do you know this song?
No, I
Most
don't.
Americans
Wait.
immediately.
I do know that song. What the fuck is it called? I do know that song. I'm now baffled.
Recognize this tune, even though my poor singing. You're immediately able to recognize this song because it is a common feature of American culture. So today I would like to help you learn 10
She better tell me what this song is.
things. Some of them are expressions, some of them are activities, some of them are cultural elements that all Americans know, and you should too. Now, of course, the US is an incredibly diverse place with a lot of people who have various backgrounds, so this might not apply to everyone. I can't speak for all people living in the United States, but these are generally known things in the US that it's kind of fun to be able to know as well. So let's get started with the first one, and to help you remember everything that you learned in this very American lesson, you can download the free PDF Cultural Element Challenge PDF thing that almost all Americans know what it is. If I asked you, what are you doing for the 4th? Would you know what I mean?
Of July.
You might look at your calendar and say, November 4th? December 4th?
Oh, so what, you'll just sort of say what you're doing for the 4th, and instantly that is just the 4th of July. I mean, I guess that does make sense, especially in the US. But I didn't know there was actually like a term that you would use just calling it the 4th in general.
No, when someone asks you, what are you doing for the 4th? They always mean July 4th. And that's because July 4th is the American Independence Day. And we usually just shorten this to the 4th. What are you doing for the 4th? I'm going to the lake for the 4th. I'm not really doing anything for the 4th, but maybe I'll try to find some fireworks. We often shorten Independence Day or July 4th to just the 4th. And now you know that too. If I said to you, whoa, I just found a Benjamin on the street. I can't believe it.
I guess a Benjamin is like a note of like money, like I don't know, like a $50 note or something.
Would you think that I found
or a coin?
A guy named Benjamin on the street, and I just feel so excited.
I'm actually
Maybe
interested
he's my
in what this one is.
long-lost friend. Nope. If I said I found a Benjamin on the street, that means a $100.
Oh, it's a $100 bill. I guess I don't know which bills he's actually on, to be fair.
Bill. And that's because Benjamin Franklin is the guy who's on the $100 bill. So if you say, oh man, I really just need to earn some Benjamins this weekend, I need to pay my rent.
Is that a saying? I need to earn some Benjamins. I've never actually heard anyone say that.
I'm falling behind. That means you need to make several $100s. It's just slang for $100. So
Damn.
I hope for you, you find a Benjamin on the street someday. That would be amazing. If my husband Dan said, did you eat the last piece of cake? I might say, I plead the 5th.
I plead the 5th. What, is that saying I didn't do it?
What is happening here? Am I telling him that I'm guilty?
Are these sayings that are actually said, or is this like sort of in extreme cases, or like just very few people will say this, or are these like very common sayings? Because from how long I've done these reactions, I've never really heard, especially the Benjamin one. I've definitely seen I plead the 5th a couple times, but.
Or am I telling him I'm not guilty? I didn't do it. Well, this expression, I plead the 5th, has to do with the 5th Amendment to the Constitution. And that means that I don't need to tell you because maybe it will hurt me in a court of law later. This is a very legal type of statement, but we often use this in daily conversation to say, yes, but I don't want to tell you. So when my husband asks me, did you eat the last piece of cake? And I say, I plead the fifth. He knows, yes, Vanessa ate it, but she doesn't want to tell me. So you can use this very American expression when you want to tell someone yes, but maybe you feel embarrassed to tell them yes directly. You can just say, I plead the fifth. Great expression. In 2004, I was a senior. Does this mean...
So senior is senior high. Is that like, I'm going to say like 16, 17?
I was old in 2004? What if I told you also that in 2008 I was also a senior?
4 years you're a senior.
If you're in America...
So I'm going to say 11 to... No, you can't be a senior at 11 to 15. I don't even know. Yeah, say 11 to 15.
American, you can probably guess that this means I was in high school in 2004 and I was in college in 2008. A senior means you are in your last year of high school or your last year of college. So in the US, we often have terms for first, second, third, and fourth year in high school.
Oh, so then it restarts in college as well. Is that how it works?
High school and in college. So if you are in 9th grade, you are a freshman. If you are in 10th grade, you're a sophomore. Notice that the O in the middle of this word is silent, sophomore. If you're in 11th grade, you are a junior. We could say, I'm in my junior year. I'm a junior. And if you're in 12th grade, so the final grade of high school, you're a senior. And this type of system also applies to college. You are a freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior in college, especially when you go to a 4-year college, these type of terms apply. So it's quite common that when you are a senior, you think you are much better than freshmen. Oh, I was never so small. They're so much like just little children, those freshmen. We are seniors. I think this is pretty common in high school that you see the people who are younger than you as so much younger. I feel
like this is actually quite true. When you're like the oldest year in your school, you feel like you're just the big bollocks, you know, the top dog. Which it means absolutely nothing.
Didn't like that when I was a freshman, but really you were. So this type of system is quite common in the US, and now you know about it too. When you arrive in the US, you will probably need to fill out a visa form, and at the bottom of the visa, you need to sign your John Hancock.
Your not your autograph.
Is your name
signature.
John Hancock? Well, if it is, you definitely need to do that. But this term, sign your John Hancock, just means your signature.
Wait, it actually says sign your John Hancock on your visa thing.
Sure. There's a little bit of American history behind this because John Hancock was a guy who signed his name big and large on the Declaration of Independence. So it was kind of a bold statement where these colonists in the United States or in the Americas told England, we want to have independence. And it's a pretty big statement. Maybe there's some treason involved, so it's kind of scary to say, I'm someone who supports this. But John Hancock signed his name really large on that document. So it was bold and courageous. It was a big move. So because of this, his name is synonymous now with a signature. Sign your John Hancock. Put your John Hancock here. We don't always use this instead of signature, but you will definitely hear this, and it's steeped in American history. And now you can use it too. Now we have 2 fun American idioms. One is if I said to you, you shouldn't buy a new car. If you buy a used car, you get more
Oh yeah, I've heard that. I think that's sort of used in the UK. More bang for your buck. I mean, I've definitely said that before.
For your buck. This expression, bang for your buck, kind of includes 2 American concepts. One is buck, which is slang for dollars.
Yep.
And the other one, bang, doesn't necessarily relate to guns, but I know guns are kind of culturally linked to the US. So we get this idea that you can get a great value for your money if you buy a used car. So you might say, yeah, you should get a used car. It's more bang for your buck. Don't get a new car. It's better to get a used car. This is a great expression. More bang for your buck. When I was growing up, before we left for school almost every morning, it was pretty common for my sister and I to fight over...
This is also used in the UK. Shotgun, like the front seat or whatever.
Who said shotgun first? Why were we trying to beat each other to say shotgun? What's that mean? Does that mean we want to carry a shotgun? Does that mean we were going hunting or shooting? No. Instead, shotgun is the passenger seat.
I do wonder why this is like, this sort of is such a common thing. What started this shotgun phrase, and why is it like used in so, when it's used in the UK, it's used in the US. I assume it's used in like other English speaking countries like Australia or Canada. Why? It's so random.
And for some reason, this is the most desirable seat in the car when you're not the driver. So kids, I guess not too young, but high schoolers or older kids always want to call shotgun. And we use that expression, I call shotgun, or just saying shotgun. And that means that's my seat. I claim it. And this was really common, especially with siblings, even with friends too, that before you get in the car, if you're not the driver, you'd say, I call shotgun. Well, maybe now you can call shotgun too. Have you ever eaten the most tasty bonfire treat in the entire world? This is something I look forward to every time we have a bonfire. It is
S'mores.
S'mores.
Yeah.
S'mores. This is something I didn't realize was very American until I was talking to some international friends, and they said, what? We just toast marshmallows. What do you put with them? So let me explain to you a delicacy, something amazing that has a special place in my heart. First, you have a graham cracker. This is a special type of cookie, even though it's called cracker. It's quite sweet. And then we have a piece of chocolate. So we often buy some Hershey's chocolate idea to your friends, or if you're at a bonfire in the US, you will definitely see people eating s'mores. Please try it for my sake. I hope you'll love it. All right, now it's time for the song you have been waiting for.
Oh, she's going to it. Okay, she's going to say it. I forgot what she was singing again.
Dun da 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 dun.
Da, 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 dun, da, 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 da. That's going to piss me off because I do know this. Is it like I can't even remember.
Da, 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 da. Do you know this song? This song is Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Oh.
And I included this here
That's what. So I've definitely seen it in like reaction videos before then.
because there's a funny little story I wanted to share with you. One of my friends, you might follow his YouTube channel. His name's Jack. He has a YouTube channel called To Fluency. And he's from the UK, but he's married to an American. And he told me that one time they were playing a game with some Americans, and the game was that you had to hum a song and your partner had to guess what it was. So his wife drew a card and it said, hum, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And she's like, all right, this is a good song. It's easy. He'll understand it immediately. So she started to hum. And he just looked at her like, what? I've never heard that in my life. So obviously that was not a good moment in their game for them, maybe a little funny. But because of this, I realized, oh, maybe this song isn't quite so well known internationally, but it is a staple of American
I only know it because of reaction videos. I wouldn't have known it before, I don't think.
Culture, because baseball is extremely common, and this song is sung before every baseball game. So if you've ever been to any kind of big baseball game in the US, you've definitely heard this song, and if you memorize the lyrics, you'll be able to sing along and cheer with everyone. It's a great moment to kind of have that group feeling of excitement before a game. So make sure you check out Take Me Out to the Ball Game. You can search on YouTube and see some clips of crowds of people at baseball games singing this song. Quite fun and very American.
How long has this been a thing for? You've got the whole crowd singing it. Has this always been sang at baseball games? Was it like a more recent thing? Because I didn't actually know about this until I just saw it like in like a video on Twitter. And it was like on the screen, like the lyrics was on the screen and stuff. The song was on the screen. But it's just like a long-lasting tradition.
Our final very American thing today also has to do with baseball.
Okay.
What if I said to you, your speech was awesome. You
knocked it out of the park. It's like you smashed it. You killed it.
knocked it out of the park. Did you give a speech about baseball? Or you played baseball? No, this just means it was amazing. You did even better than expected. You knocked it out of the park. Here we have the image of someone playing baseball. He's got a baseball bat, someone's pitching him the ball, and he hits it. He doesn't just hit it into the outfield. That's where someone can catch it.
I love how she describes stuff, but I think it's because our channel is like focused on like international people, maybe like learning English. So it's quite cool how she just describes it like this.
He hits it beyond the field, out of the park, and this means it's a home run. No one can catch it, and it's great for his team. Everyone can get to home base, and they might get a lot of points. So here, knocking it out of the park is a great thing in baseball and in life. So if you do something really awesome, better than expected, you can use this expression. Oh man, I can't believe it, but I talked to someone in English the other day and I think I knocked it out of the park. I explained myself exactly the way I wanted. I did it and they understood me. Congratulations.
Vanessa, riding shotgun refers to the old stagecoach days when the man at the top of the stagecoach next to the driver carried a shotgun to ward off thieves. Also, Take Me Out to the Ball Game is only sung between the top and bottom of the seventh inning in baseball. Oh, damn. Dear Vanessa, can you please do more such lessons? Oh, American culture. Well, there we go. This is quite cool. I mean, a lot of these I didn't know about, to be fair, and some of them I did. But that was it the Benjamin on the Street? I didn't know that. Plead the Fifth. I've heard that. Senior. That's the senior thing about how like in high school, it's like sophomore, senior, freshman, all that sort of stuff, and then it restarts in college. It's mad to me. I didn't know that. John Hancock is one I knew. Bang for your buck is something that I say somewhat. Shotgun is said in the UK. Smores, yeah, we know about that. The Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and then that, yeah, there were some interesting things there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Let me know your thoughts, and until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.